Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm HD Signatures. I'm going to be showing you guys in this makeup tutorial how to achieve this really beautiful purple cut crease high makeup look. So guys, this is going to be a very detailed tutorial, so please sit back, don't be in a haste, and enjoy it. So I'm going to start with applying a primer, and I'm using NYX Cosmetics primer. That's their jumbo pencil in milk. Yeah, so I deposited that into that jar just to have an easy access. So I'm going to be going ahead to use this brush to apply that in a way I want the eyeshadow to appear, because I want to create a cut crease, a half cut crease. So it's going to be coming all the way from the inner part of my eyes. Then I'm going to create more like a V shape at the outer part of my eyes. So basically I'm going to be intentional with the application of this primer because I don't want to waste it, and because I'm still going to be going ahead to cut the crease, so there's no point extending the primer all the way to my lid. So I'm going to be going into Ruba Beauty eyeshadow palette. Guys, if you haven't tried this eyeshadow before, you need to try it out. It contains all the colors you need to achieve any type of looks, guys, and it's so pigmented. I'm sure you guys can tell by the way it looks in the video. So I'm going ahead to pick Pleasant, and I'm going to be using an angle dense brush, and the brush is from Vicabel. Yeah, so these products are from Nigeria. They are Nigeria brand, and they are really amazing. So guys, I'm going to be taking that, and I'm going to carefully press that into the places I applied the primer. I'll keep going ahead to pack on the product. Guys, look at that pigment. Like, I never knew purple would look this good on me, not until this very tutorial, guys. I really don't always find myself going into purple, like I really don't vibe purple colors, but this makeup look, this particular one, like just open my eyes to purple colors. Then I'm going to go ahead and pick a small brush, like a small, not so loose pencil brush. Yeah, I'm going to be using this to carefully blend out the edges of this eyeshadow that I just placed down. Yeah, I don't want to blend the whole eyeshadow, like the whole eyeshadow. I just want to fade out the line by the edges. So I'm going ahead to use a circular motion to blend out the edges of the eyeshadow, so it can really blow it out without giving me any form of ash line. And when you're blending out a matte eyeshadow, that's when you will know if that product is good or not, because when you're blending out a matte eyeshadow that doesn't have a good color payoff, you will notice that it starts peeling off, and you find out that it's not really sticking onto the skin. But look at this, it's extending, the blending is being extended out. You can see that, guys. So I'll just keep going ahead to blend and blend and blend and blend. So basically your blending is what really matters. So I'm going to make sure I blend it out really well. So like I said in the beginning of this video, this tutorial is going to be a very detailed one for most of you that are still finding it difficult to achieve a perfect cut crease. Yeah, this is the best way to go about it. Just keep blending out. And what also helps you to be able to get a perfect cut crease is when you're able to determine where your actual cut crease is. When you're able to determine where your actual crease is, and your crease is usually where your eyeball sunk in naturally, like where I'm putting this brush now. If you feel that place with your fingertip, you will find out that there's a dip in that part. So when you have a dip, you want to go above of that place, because you are basically cutting in the place you have the dip, where your eyeball is sunk in. That's where you're going to be cutting. So that's what give you that perfect cut crease. So you want to cut in your crease, and you want to make sure whatever colors you are placing that above in your crease and above your crease. So by the time you cut, you are not totally cutting out, you're not cleaning out the eyeshadow and be left with nothing. So guys, the next thing is to go ahead and clean out our crease, and to do that I'm going to be using a Vaseline. Yeah guys, this is what I just found out on my own recently after watching P. Louise Academy's tutorial. I found out that they use a kind of emollient that cleans out the crease, but I really don't know what that is, but I think they call it cut crease cover. Yeah, I think they call it that. So I just decided to use at first I use a beauty oil. So I found out that if I use a beauty oil, it's just going to mess up the whole look. So I tried the Vaseline and it works amazingly well, guys, and I've been trying that out ever since I detected that. Yeah, so on to the next is using a blending brush, but it's soft. So yeah, what I'm doing with this is to go ahead and tap onto that primer. So when you place your primer or concealer, whatever you use to cut out your crease, you want to make sure you blend it well. Like when you leave a concealer under your eyes and you allow it to build up a bit, to dry down a bit, it's not going to move around. That's the same thing. That's the same technique that I'm applying onto this part. So I'm going ahead to use that brush to tap this place, just first to give me a smooth surface, so whatever I'm going to be applying can stay really smooth on it, and secondly to really make it matte a bit, so that whatever I'm applying will not be creasing. So yeah, once I'm done with that, I'm going to go into that same purple with that same first angle brush, and I'm going to be using that to pack on that purple at the outer part of my eye. You guys, that in the beginning of this video, when I was applying the primer, I was using the primer to form the shape of how I want the eye look to look like. So that's the same thing I'm going ahead to follow. So I'm using that same brush to pack on that eyeshadow, that purple eyeshadow. I'm using it to pack on the eyeshadow. Can you see how pigmented this eyeshadow is, guys? This palette, is the best, honestly, one of the best. So on that palette I just showed you guys, most of those single eyeshadow are from Milani Cosmetics. So I picked that pink peachy color, and I'm packing that in the innermost part of my eyes, and I'm extending it a little bit to my lid. Then I'm going to be going into that first Ruba Beauty eyeshadow palette, and I'm picking this Kindness. Kindness is matte, but it has this little bit of a bit of shimmer in it, but the shimmer is not so obvious, but it's not completely matte. So I'm just picking that, and I'm using that to blend the purple, just to create so this color, this Kindness that I just picked up, is serving as a transition color between the purple and the one in the outer part of my eyes, the one I extended. So what I'm going to be doing now is the brush that I use in applying the innermost parts eyeshadow, I'm going to be using that to just play around the eyeshadow, just to diffuse the lines. I want them to go into each other really well. I don't want any detectable lines between them, so I want them to really blend well into one another. Like, I'm going to keep doing that till I'm fine with how it looks. So I'm going to keep going ahead to blend. I told you guys that blending is the most important thing when it comes to your makeup. You need to blend. You have to blend. Let those colors blend into one another. And if you can see, you will notice that those colors are showing individually without, disappearing into one another. But you can't really tell where they both meet because I already blended that part really well. Now, what I'm going to do now is, most times this will happen to you when you're doing a cut crease. You find out that the color you place on your lid might be, going into the actual crease color, or maybe the crease color is, coming into the lid color, making the line of that crease not so crisp. So what you're going to be doing is to go ahead and use like a very thin brush. Whatever brush you choose to use is totally up to you, but for me, I'm going to be using a flat angle brush, very thin flat angle brush. I'm going to dip it into that purple color. I'm doing it in a way that I want to do a line, a wing liner. So I'm going to place it there and be intentional with what I'm picking up. Then I'll go into that liner, extend it outward, and also use it to clean out any blurriness between the lid and the crease color. What I mean is, you know, like the crease color, we need it to be very obvious. We want it to really show and neat. So if you make a mistake, or maybe while you're applying your lid color, you mistakenly place that lid color into the crease, yeah, you can do this by going into that color you use in the crease with a very thin brush to line out that bit, so you can clean out the lid color from the crease color. Yeah, and you always want to make sure you go back and blend out whatever you place down. Whenever you place down color, you always make sure you want to go back and blend it out, because blending always fade out the intensity of the color or pigmentation of the eyeshadow. You always want it always clean it out. So you want to make sure you go back and reapply again and you blend. Whenever you reapply, you make sure you blend it, just to keep things looking tidy and nice. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going ahead to, you know, add that color with that flat angled brush, just to give me a very nice crease line. Can you see how this is looking, guys? I am so in love with this look, guys. So guys, the next thing is going to go ahead and add sparkles. I'm adding, this is not an actual glitters, this is like an highlighter. So I'm going to be using that I'm going to be placing that on my lid. Yeah, and I'm using Vicabel brush. So that highlighter, if you want it pigmented, you can spray your brush, but because I just want it to give me kind of sparkling effect, so that's why I use that brush and I tap it onto my lid carefully. Now for my wing, guys, no, for my eyeliner, because we're not going to be doing a wing, for my eyeliner I'm using Carite. To make this Carite apply smoothly, I added makeup seal, that's a mixing medium. Some brands call it mixing medium and some calls it makeup seal. And I'm going to go in ahead into Morphe eyeshadow palette. I'll pick up a black, like a carbon black eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using that to blow out the liner, you know, just to intensify that part of my eyes. And guys, this look is really, really beautiful. It's so beautiful, guys. I actually collaborated on this look with one of my amazing TikTok friend. Yeah, we collaborated on this look. She actually sent me a look in this exact, you know, look, and I did my best, guys. So I'm going to be going ahead to use a mascara, and this is from Blossom Makeup. Onto my lashes, I'm going to be going ahead to fix these lashes. These lashes look really nice, and this is from Shader Beauty Store on IG. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding an extension to these lashes, but I'm not going to extend it by making it longer, but making it fuller at the outer part. So because this lashes is short from the inner part, then it's longer towards the outer part. So the outer part, I want it to be a lot fuller. I want it to be more catty, just to fit what I have, what is going on my lid. Yeah, because the outer part of my lid is heavy, and I also want to use eyelashes that will complement that, and that is what I did, and I love it, guys. Look at that, guys. Look at baby girl, guys. I look so good. I look royal, like royalty is following me right now, coupled with the contact lens I'm having on, guys. It just make everything look seamless. This contact lens is great from Miss Lens. I'm going to leave their link in my comment section or in my description box, and I also have a referral code. You get 20% off it. So bye, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this look in the comment section. Mwah!